Hey Brandon, I had an idea because Lisa Derderian keeps tweeting these things about our strike teams or our Pasadena fire guys joining strike teams to go out to these different fires. This one that she tweeted out this morning to the Big Surf Fire is the second one in a week because earlier this week, or maybe late last week, the guys went off to that fire up in Santa Clarita. I thought it might be interesting just to talk with her about the dynamics of how that works. Pasadena is a member of these strike teams. There's like strike team 17 or something. I forget what the number is. But the bottom line is, how often does this come up? And how do they select what units go off on these trips? When they're off on these trips, does that mean that Pasadena does not have the regular fire protection? Are we, is our force depleted or down? Kind of thing. What do they normally end up doing? How long are they normally gone? Have there ever been any situations where a large number of Pasadena fire equipment and personnel were requested because it was just like all out panic kind of thing? Um, have there ever been any injuries or damage to equipment that's come out of some of these things? Some of the most dramatic scenarios would be really interesting. Just kind of any questions that you can think of because, we see these tweets, but I know I've seen some video footage of the trucks going off, and I mean it's a big deal. It's a long way, and it's like joining this big army fighting this massive invasion of flame. I just think the dynamics of it, and I'm sure you can creatively think of some other angles to it as well. She may not be able to get all of this to you today, I admit. And the other thing is when the guys go out, who's in charge of the strike team? Are the Pasadena guys like, do they have to report um, to like, who's the battalion chief commanding the strike force? Um, and anything else you can think of. I just think it's kind of interesting. Oh, I guess here's a biggie. Who pays for it? The city of Pasadena cover this, or do we get reimbursement from somebody else? So, anything and everything you can think of relative to this mutual aid kind of thing right now. I guess another question is, this is 2 in 2 weeks. It seems to me like this is much, much more active than it's been in years past. Does the Pasadena Fire Department think that all of a sudden this is going to be pretty much a standard operating procedure, that they're going to be down a couple of units somewhere at least half the month? That's probably an exaggeration. Maybe 1 week a month. Anyway, that's the idea. I know she's super helpful. She may need to talk to other people about it. If you can think of any other people to interview relative to this, so it's not just 100% Lisa, that would be groovy. And final point, any pictures, I know she sent me pictures over the years, but any pictures that she has of Pasadena fire equipment on the fire lines at major fires in parts unknown, Nevada, that's another thing is how far do we go on these things? I think we've actually had not trucks and equipment, obviously, but guys fly off for earthquake search and rescue in other countries. So that's kind of another flavor or angle to this. But I know she's got photos of our trucks on the line fighting fires and all over the state. And a couple of photos would be very cool as well. Thank you, sir.